guys, welcome back. I'm Sam.
Toni.
And we are your virtual best friends. And a little movie came out 2 weeks ago, week ago called Joker. And it blew me completely away, Toni as well. We were originally going to do maybe, this obviously the topic for now is Joker. We were going to do maybe non-spoilers to begin with and then go into spoilers. I think we're just going full spoilers, so if you haven't seen it, probably you definitely fucking see it. Definitely see it. I guess just first thoughts, what did you think?
Dude,
Also, I saw it 2 days ago. You saw it, what, like a week?
I saw it a week ago and then I saw it again this morning.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah.
And I've been like, I've been like blacklisting. Like, don't talk to me because I want to hear. We want to talk on the podcast. So This is the first time we're actually talking about the movie.
I loved it the first time, and then watching it again today, it sounds cliche, but it got better. Like
Really?
It just if you see it a second time, it's like it's more than it's not even a comic book movie, dude. Like you could take Joker out of the title, and it's just a great movie.
If you called him like the Clown, this would be a completely different. This is so. I mean, Nolan's movies are set in reality, or they're more gritty.
Yeah.
This movie is so realistic.
Yeah.
To a maximum T.
Yeah.
Movies from the score to the cinematography to, of course, Joaquin's acting. That is the crux of the movie. Is how well he acted. And I mean, this podcast is just gonna be us just gushing over the movie. I think we loved it completely. I guess because we are going to gush the whole time, I guess I'll get into what I didn't like, which is such a minor thing. Like
I want to see if it's the same problem I had.
Okay.
Good.
And this movie it didn't break it for me. It didn't bring it. It's still, I would say, a 9.5 to 10 out of 10 for me. But one bit I kind of bothered me was seeing the Waynes.
Yes!
Yes!
Dude!
Yes! All right.
I knew it!
Okay.
I knew it!
Well, man, and we haven't talked all about it, really?
Oh, dude, I knew. As soon as you said the one part, I was like...
The Waynes?
The Waynes.
Yeah.
Yes!
Really? Oh, okay. I'm
perfect.
glad you're with me. Really? Fuck yeah, dude. This isn't rehearsed. This is all radio. Holy shit.
Oh.
We've seen it enough.
This is like the 14th time. Okay, point is the Waynes die again.
Yeah, it's been a lot. And I don't necessarily believe, because like it's kind of the whole like Jack Napier thing, like I made you, you made me.
Yeah.
That doesn't bother me. I think I would have preferred seeing the Waynes leave the theater, and then as they turn the corner, maybe seeing a clown grab all of them, and that's it, and cut from there. Never see them again.
I just rather you just don't.
I would have rather them not been involved at all.
Yeah.
But I think if they were going to include it, which I think was beyond Todd Phillips, had beanies off to you, my friend.
Yes.
Going from the Hangover to this, my God.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's one bit I didn't like. It didn't bother me that I saw them die. I do think it's poetic, but kind of redundant to see them die by way of the Joker again in some form. I think showing it was gratuitous. I think if they were going to do it, they should have it. A little bit more ambiguous, as the movie has been ambiguous the whole time. I can't believe you fucking.
Exactly.
God.
It's yeah.
Did you have any other issues with the movie besides that point?
No.
Yeah, me neither.
My problem with seeing them die again is I don't like. One of the reasons I don't like Batman 1989 is that Joker's the one that killed Bruce's parents, and they didn't exactly go that route. And I like it better because in '89 he was just an asshole kid and he killed some parents. But I like it better because like the Joker was born when he stood up on that taxi, and Batman was born.
I would say
when you see that shot of him standing there with his dead parents.
You think is the birth of Joker?
Yeah.
Because I would say it's him killing Murray, or him being on the show. I would say that was the birth of the Joker. I would say maybe that was his like his recognition as like the new clown prince of crime.
Yeah.
But I think the Joker was set in stone either when he came out on the show after he was doing the whole dancing thing, you know, and then or even I would say when he came out because I do think that was a big point of the movie was him coming out onto the show because that was his dream from the beginning. What was being, you know, having the recognition of I guess being valued, I guess. Well, I wrote down a lot of notes to talk about. Do you have any other lingering thoughts before we get to
the going back to you feel that that's how he became the Clown Prince of Crime, like just being on the show. I think it's not, he's not the Clown Prince of Crime yet because nobody knows he's a criminal until he says, you know, 3 weeks ago when I killed those 3.
It's been a rough couple of weeks. Yeah.
But that whole scene, like his Joaquin Phoenix is fucking massive.
Yeah, well, and also I think he said he can't stop thinking about this role in terms of where it can go next. Yeah. And we know that he doesn't like doing sequels or he doesn't like signing on for.
And I don't want a sequel to this.
I kind of don't either. I am intrigued with where it could go. Yeah. But I don't think we necessarily need a sequel.
I feel like it's one of those. If they do a sequel, even if it's a great sequel, it ruins
it's like I don't know if you watched The Matrix.
No.
Very much. It became too much of a good thing. Yeah. And it wasn't ever as good as the first one. And I feel like that's what could happen. Yeah. It would be too much of a good thing. Yeah. I guess we could pop in thoughts here throughout, but one thing that really hit me when I left the movie and I was talking about it with my girlfriend, because I saw it with my girlfriend Elena, was that this Joker, I know that it's not tied to any universe, but he accomplished what the Dark Knight Joker tried to do, which was unite the city in chaos, or I guess not unite, but divide the city in chaos, and show that everyone is vulnerable, or not vulnerable, is corruptible. Granted, there were already, the city was bubbling. It just needed a catalyst. It needed a spark, and that was the Joker killing those the bankers or Wall Street guys. But I do believe that this Joker did what the Heath Ledger Joker tried to do. Yeah,
and it's like you said in the messages, he did it really in 3 bullets, because that's after he killed the Wall Street guys is when the riot started.
I said fuck Bane. Joker did it with 3 bullets.
Yeah, and you know, it actually ties in very well to the Dark Knight. He's like, you know,
gasoline, a couple bullets,
and gunpowder, and gasoline. Yeah, it's like that was. I hadn't even thought about that until you brought it up, and I was like, that's pretty accurate.
And also, we're not trying to compare. They're 2 very, very different Jokers. Yeah. 2 very different takes.
Yeah, you're gonna hear that everywhere. They're 2 very different Jokers. It's a cop out. You can't, you know, put one over the other. But
it's very accurate because this is his rise. I mean. I guess I can see this Joker becoming the Joker in the Dark Knight, but I guess we're kind of seeing that Dark Knight Joker, how he started out. Again, they're very different, but I can see that, like, he's not at his prime yet. Yeah. He's just starting out. Yeah. And again, I am interested to see what his prime becomes. Although I want to keep it. I like my imagination to keep it. Because that was the point of the movie. The whole movie was like, it's up to you to decide.
Up until the last shot, actually.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, also, you might hear a lot of our points kind of reiterated from like other YouTube videos, other YouTubers. Yeah. I wrote this list before seeing any other YouTube videos. So if you think anything is redundant, sorry, just kind of, you know, the what does Carl Jung call it? The collective subconscious. We all just kind of, I love that they actually used his laugh as like there's never been a reason for Joker's laugh. I mean, it's always been very iconic, but it's never been like a medical condition or anything more than just a signature, which I thought was fucking beautiful. Like he can't, like, he laughs when he's not supposed to, and he doesn't laugh when he should. Yeah. When he's supposed to. Yeah. I thought that was just so fucking beautiful.
Yeah. It's it hurts knowing that the lady on the bus didn't give him the card back, because it even said at the bottom. Did she not? No, she didn't. Yeah. Like, I thought maybe they just didn't show it because for time, but It said on the card, kindly return card or something like
Well,
that.
also we hear the detectives say that your boss gave us one of your cards.
Yeah,
I'm assuming it's one of those.
yeah.
So maybe he has multiple. I don't know. I assume she did, but I did question that too if she did or not.
Yeah, because then somebody said, she didn't give it back to him, so he didn't have it for the Wall Street guys, but he didn't really get a chance to look for it either. He was going to go in and then they grabbed it.
I don't think that was the point either, anyway.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
Any other thoughts on the laughing part? I just thought it was.
Yeah.
I just the way it hurt him.
Yeah.
It just.
And then towards the end of the movie, it was actual laughter because he can control it now.
Also, he also I don't remember where I heard this from. I think I heard it from another podcast, but they said that like once he's off his meds, that doesn't really come up anymore. That convulsive laughing.
Yeah.
Once he becomes more comfortable with himself and he's off his meds, I think the last time he does that is when he's reading his files for his mother.
Yeah.
That might be the last time we see his convulsive laughing.
Yeah.
To where he can't control it.
Do you think it was that kind of laughter when he was in the Looney house at the end, or do you think they put him back on the medication at the end and that's why he was doing it again? Because I feel like he was making weird noises after the laugh, and I feel like that was part of the whole thing with him not being able to control it, because it didn't seem like a genuine laugh at the end.
I don't know. I would say they probably do have him back on medication.
Yeah.
But a big point of this movie that we'll get into is that it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
We'll get more to that once we kind of pick apart this movie some more.
Yeah.
Something else that I got it after thinking about it more often was that the point of the stairs, it was a very deliberate shot.
Yeah.
And I had to really think on it, and I do believe that the first time we see him go up the long staircase up to Mother's house or his house, he's very defeated. He had just gotten jumped. He's like hobbling up the stairs. I think that's him trying to conform to society. That he's trying to be normal, and then near the end, and when he's in full getup, he dances down into anarchy.
Yeah. He's
like he has nothing holding. As he says, nothing can hurt me anymore. He dances down those stairs into anarchy, basically into the underworld that he's going to be the king of.
Yeah, and it's also showing that when he's dancing down the stairs, there's nobody on the stairs anymore. There's nobody around that entire area, and except for the cops when they start chasing him.
Do you think that was more stylistic, or do you think that was deliberate?
I think that was deliberate.
Okay.
I was thinking that in the first trailer. I was like, oh, he's going up. He's Arthur Fleck. He's coming up the stairs all slowly. It's dark and everything, and then all of a sudden it's sunny, and he's going down into madness. It's pretty beautiful. I think that was deliberate.
Yes. To the next point. I really feel like, again, we know that, I don't know, I don't know if we know, but I'm pretty sure I remember hearing him say he didn't want to let the Heath Ledger iteration influence him in any way. Is that correct? Didn't we hear that somewhere?
I don't.
I believe I hear somewhere that he didn't want that influencing him or something like that.
Yeah.
But at least when he gets onto the Murray Franklin show, I do see a lot of mirror imagery to Mark Hamill's Joker from the animated series and from the Arkham games. Yeah. I do see a lot of Mark Hamill in there in terms of how jovial and kind of flamboyant he is.
Yeah, out dancing out behind. Well, I mean, Murray does it too, but like the way he dances out of the curtain and flicks the cigarette and and sits there and right before he sits down kisses the doctor. Yeah. That's something Mark Hamill Joker.
I don't know if that was a reference to Heath Ledger, because Heath Ledger did that in real life to a fan.
Yeah, I don't.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a reference to that or not. I choose to believe yes, but it couldn't. I mean, it could fit either way.
Yeah.
But I did see a lot of Mark Hamill's Joker in there. Just when he was just on the stage though, not really anything before or after that. Just when he has on his Joker persona on TV show. I think right up to when he shoots Murray, which God fucking damn it. Oh my God!
You can't convince me. Robert De Niro is dead.
Yeah,
like that actor is dead.
Yeah. So yeah, I think to move to the next point, do you think that this Joker has reinvented what it means to be the Joker?
It's hard to say.
I mean, this is a brand new script, as we know, a brand new story. So it doesn't really. It pulls on some things. It pulls on a little bit of Batman Returns. It pulls on a little bit of
You keep saying Batman Returns. I think you mean
Dark Knight Returns.
Good.
That was Jordan. That wasn't me.
Yeah.
Pulls on a little bit of Dark Knight Returns. Pulls on a little bit of The Killing Joke. But this is, to me, it seems like a brand new Joker.
Yeah, like.
But does it? Is there a new standard to hit? Because the Joker really could be anybody.
Yeah.
In fact, I believe Max Landis helped write a comic book where it was kind of criticizing Joker, saying that like anyone could play you, anyone could be you. Not so much, being critical to Heath Ledger or anything, but just saying to the Joker, he is such a, amalgamation of so many things that it's not hard to blame. It's not hard to pretend to be him.
Tell Jared Leto that.
Yeah, exactly. Fucking exactly. But I mean, I respect that for what it was. It was a different take. If you think it's good or bad, I don't think it was good.
Yeah, neither.
But I do think this movie kind of reinvented what it means to be the Joker.
Yeah.
I think it took whatever was set up from Ledger, because that was not Ledger's movie. I mean, it was a movie, but it wasn't a movie about the Joker.
Yeah, it was.
If anything, I say that it was a movie about Harvey Dent more than anything.
Yeah.
Or even Batman trying to struggle to what the. I mean, it wasn't a solo Joker movie. This was. So I believe it took that. I don't want to say hype, but it took what it meant to be Joker, I think, a step higher. Yeah. Not saying that the performance was any better or worse, just that it has now furthered it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because.
Yeah, I don't know if that makes sense or not.
Yeah, I don't know that they were trying to make The Dark Knight a Joker movie. He has a lot of screen time for sure. He might even have more. I don't know if he has more than Batman.
Yeah, it feels like it.
Yeah. He's definitely the thing you remember most about it.
Absolutely.
But this is the Joker movie, and he's in almost every shot, so it's pretty. This was supposed to be a Joker movie, and it was a Joker movie, and it's a very different Joker than we've had in any iteration on the big or small screen. So, that's my take on it.
Yeah, absolutely. Something else that I also really liked was that the gun was really part of his act. Like he kept saying it's a prop, it's part of the act, and almost as a lie.
Yeah.
No, when he shoots fucking Murray, that's part of his act.
Yeah.
And really, I mean, I think of course he was gonna shoot himself.
Yeah, that was the act he was referring to.
Yeah, exactly. But it was part of we, as we said earlier, we kind of discussed a little bit just to kind of tame ourselves. Joker doesn't really lie in this movie.
Nope.
He doesn't really tell a lie. He's not really. I mean, well, we'll get into what victim or not. We'll get into that. But he really isn't. He's just trying his hardest, and then everyone shits on him. But he doesn't really lie. I thought that was kind of funny. Just the gun being part of his act.
Yeah.
What did you think of the hospital scene?
Which
When the gun falls out of his pants.
I honestly did not expect that to happen. I thought it was just another scene of showing him being a clown. Then they were going to show him walking home or something.
Yeah, exactly.
And then that happened. He kicked it. The nurses don't see what it is.
The kids do.
And he picks it up right away. And then
he
looks at the little girl and then she goes, or whatever she does. And
but also, I like how that shot lingers a little bit longer because it's like, oh, funny. It's like, oh no!
Yeah.
Oh my God! What the fuck did he just do? Yeah. It's like
and he didn't do it on purpose. It just fell out.
A lesser movie would have cut when he went shh, but it lingers just a little bit. And you're like, the panic sets in. Like, fuck, dude! You brought a gun to the hospital.
To a children's hospital, no less.
Yeah, exactly. Which I thought was a brilliant way. That I mean, I don't want to use the verb Joker or the actual Joker, but that is very Joker of like. It's funny, but it's also really fucked up.
Yeah.
Also, to satiate our appetite to talk to each other about it, I also want to bring up the lingering shot on his mask when he throws it away in the subway after he steals it from the guy and the guy gets punched in the face and he puts it in the trash. It lingers for like a little while. It wants to focus on it, and I think what we took from that was that. I think said to Murray, he doesn't really care about this whole movement.
Yeah.
even though he started it, he didn't mean to start it.
Yeah.
So him throwing away the mask was kind of like, I think towards the end he does end up caring about the movement.
Yeah.
Maybe even not. Maybe he just cares that people listen to him. Maybe he really does not care about the movement. Maybe he just
people
cares.
Notice me now.
Exactly.
I didn't realize, thinking back on it now, like when he's going through the crowd before he goes into the the place where they're doing the movie and everything, and he's going like this in the crowd. He wasn't doing that he was just doing that so he looks like one of them, just so he could get through. He didn't really care what was going on.
I guess when I first took that, he's like, oh yeah, I did this, me. But it's more like, no, maybe he's just trying to be like everybody else.
Yeah, it's almost like it's not clicking that he's, at first it's not clicking that he's the reason this is all happening, and then at the end when he's actually posing for the crowd this time on the taxi, it's like, yeah, okay, I did this. This is what I can do to a city.
Was it a taxi or was it the cop car that he was standing on? I think it was a cop car.
Yeah, cop.
Yeah.
Why do I keep saying taxi?
So I was gonna say if it was a taxi, it might be a reference to Taxi Driver, which of course we know is.
Yeah.
Did you know the king of comedy?
Yeah.
I know. But he never really has to deal with the whole like social issues going on, right? Like this is very much there are two stories going on. It's the story of Gotham with the whole labor union and all that, and then his story, and they don't really intertwine.
No.
I mean, the only time he does is when he murders the guys, but that was self-defense. That wasn't to start a movement.
Yeah.
And we don't see him struggle with, Ma, the trash is everywhere. What are we going to do with the trash? Like, that is a very isolated thing. So he doesn't really have a horse in the race, and he doesn't really show. It's him trying to find validation in himself. He isn't trying to validate everyone else's opinion. So he really doesn't really. He doesn't care about what's going on.
Yeah.
He just cares that people are finally listening to him.
Yeah, he didn't shoot the Wall Street guys because they were rich and powerful. He shot them because they were being dicks.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
It's like that's
well, also
it
was self-defense.
Yeah, and the same reason.
Up until he went after the guy and shot him.
Yeah,
in the
like
spine.
5 times.
Yeah,
and
he
then,
alerted him.
And then the same thing with Murray. He shot him because he was being a dick, showing his video, inviting him on the show just to make fun of him. Mm-hmm. And like you don't know the first thing about me. I was like, we don't need to know the first thing about you. You being a dick.
I know what you're doing right now. You're being an asshole.
Yeah. And that's all that matters to me right now. Mm-hmm. And all that matters is this bullet's going straight through your fucking eye, or forehead. And
I rewatched that scene. Don't ask how, but I rewatched that scene and.
In your head, because you remember.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, photorealistic. Dude, I don't care about the Academy Awards. I don't give a shit about that. I stopped caring about the Oscars when I realized that it doesn't mean anything. But oh my god, Joaquin wasn't there. Joaquin was never in the building.
Nope.
It was Joker, dude.
Yep.
And it just his little quirks of like he shot him and then he points again and he throws the gun down. It's like dude, oh my
and
god.
He does a little dance and then goes up.
Yeah, to the dude, and that's like oh my god, dude. I guess to my next point. Do you think that? What do you think was real in terms of the whole him being adopted or him being the son of Thomas Wayne? What do you think really happened with that?
I think he was adopted. I mean they kind of go into it like I don't know how he's remembering what the doctor and Penny were talking about when he was telling him, your son was found with this, and this. Like, I don't know how he's remembering that conversation, how it looked.
The way I took that, because that's how Lena was too. We were talking about that, and I think that because he's in the room, he's imagining what he's reading.
Yeah.
So it may have not happened. What he's reading could be completely forged. He's just imagining what he's reading. That's why he's in the room. But and if he wasn't in there, I could see maybe being more abstract in terms of like, oh, maybe it did happen because we didn't. I don't know. We don't see him. Him being in the room shows that he's imagining it. He's imagining himself being there while he's reading it. I believe that's that's at least what I took from it.
But aren't they like legal, like official documents though? Like
well, here's what I believe. I believe that he is Thomas Wayne's son, but also I'd also believe that his mother is very mentally ill. So I believe that maybe it was like a hookup, and she got way too attached and he had to. I mean, he's in the medical field.
Yeah.
And very, very rich and powerful. So I don't think it'd be very hard to forge documents like that. So I believe that he forged them. I believe that he's his father, Penny's his mother. I do believe that that Arthur was abused as a child, and maybe that situation that happened did happen, but he also maybe had paid off. What Dr. Stoner, I think his name was.
Yeah.
I do think some of it happened. I do think some of it was a cover up.
I mean, I feel like, now thinking about it though, like when Thomas is telling him, you know, your mother never told you were a doctor, like he kind of says it kind of fast, like just to, you know, get it out, so he can start, you know, getting away from this guy. And but at the same time, it's like, just that whole scene in general, like, you feel so bad for it.
That scene is brutal. Like, how maybe some fucking warmth, maybe a hug. Yeah, like some beat was beaten.
And he was getting angry, but he was trying to like sobbing. Because he said, I don't mean to make you uncomfortable.
Yeah,
I don't
mean that seems heartbreaking.
Yeah, I don't mean to make you uncomfortable, but how about some fucking decency? How about a hug? What's wrong with you people? And it's just like, oh man. And like, what it leads to is unforgivable, but when it's at that moment, it's hard to watch.
That leads into the next point, which is the photo. That's kind of the smoking gun of this, is Love Your Smile, TW, Thomas Wayne, obviously. And again, that's another big piece of puzzle, a big piece leading to, like, maybe he was, maybe he is his child. But well, okay, we'll go ahead.
Something maybe next time one of us sees it, we should see if the handwriting matches.
I believe someone already did that. If I'm not mistaken, it was Film Theorist.
Yeah, and it did match.
It didn't match.
Okay.
I believe with Film Theorist, I could be mistaken.
I mean, she could do it on purpose too. But
absolutely. But here's the thing, though. He crumbles it. Even though it's another piece of the puzzle, he doesn't care anymore.
Yep. It doesn't matter.
It's no longer about him being my father or not. It's a matter of, you were not a good human being to me.
Yeah.
So even though it's almost like, I forgot what comic it was, but where Joker finds out that Bruce Wayne is Batman. He doesn't care.
No.
It's not about that. It's about the thrill of the chase.
Yep.
Which is that even though this is a big clue, crumpled up, I don't care. He was asshole to me today.
Yep.
I think that was all worth to take away from it. I guess to get kind of more towards the end, we at the very end of the movie he's in a mental hospital, and after the events of him shooting Murray in the head, after the car crash, after him becoming the king of the people, the clown prince of crime, we see him locked up, and he's not, you know, he's gained his weight back.
Yeah.
His hair is black.
Mm-hmm.
And he's laughing. He says, you know, what's funny? You wouldn't get it. What do you think was real, if any of it was?
To me, I think it all happened because when he's thinking about, right before he says you wouldn't get it, he thinks of the shot of Bruce with the parents. So I think it happened, but I don't want to not give credit to the right people, but I want to say it was New Rockstars. Have you watched their videos?
I've seen all the New Rockstars videos on it.
Okay, because was it them that talked about how maybe Batman captured and put him in there? He's remembering that.
I don't believe it was New Rockstars. I do believe they. I don't think it was Jeremy either. I don't remember hearing them saying about Batman, but I do remember, like, I think it was New Rockstars saying that, like, oh, the reason he's older in this is because he's remembering. Actually, I don't remember. It was it might have been New Rockstars. I believe it might have been, but
But basically, that you're, like, I guess in the future, as far as you don't have that, and Batman captured him, put him back in Arkham City Hospital, not Arkham Asylum. And
I'm kind of looking at Arkham Asylum. I don't. I mean, it doesn't count.
It doesn't matter, but it's. I think that, or the theory suggests that he caught him doing whatever and put him in there, and that he knows that Joker knows that Batman is Bruce Wayne, and now he's thinking back to the night, because he would have known that night is when the Waynes died, and that's when Batman was truly born.
Yeah, that could be it too.
I don't necessarily.
I don't necessarily believe it either. But I am of the mindset that it all does happen.
Yeah.
I really hope it does. I think it's kind of a cop out to be like, oh maybe, or I mean, the movie is very ambiguous. Even in the timeline, of course, with the Zazie Beetz, girlfriend. That's. I wish they didn't show that flashback. I think it would have been better off of like, oh, your name's Arthur, right? You walked the wrong apartment.
I feel like too many people would have been confused because I saw it with my cousin today, and he was just watching it at first when she was like, "You're Arthur, right?" And I wasn't looking at his face to see if he was confused.
How old is your cousin?
16?
Oh, okay. So that makes. I thought they were like younger. I'm like, well, that's why they shouldn't. Because that younger. I don't think a younger kid would have gotten that.
Yeah, but he once they started showing the flashbacks and showing Zazie not there in the next shot, that's when he started going, oh, she was never there.
I think it would be better if they did show it, but it doesn't break it for me.
Yeah.
I guess to get into more cultural, I guess there's been a lot of news of this movie that it might incite a shooting,
yeah,
or it might incite terrorism.
Yeah.
Which,
by the way, The Dark Knight and The Dark Knight Rises both had terrorism, and nothing happened after those movies came out. But
The Dark Knight Rises had the that wasn't directly because of Dark Knight.
That was
I'm of the mindset that art doesn't. How do I phrase this? People are responsible for their own actions.
Yeah.
Be they mentally ill or not. And I don't believe that art. I don't think it influences violence.
Yeah.
At least not people who are of sane mind. If you're not of sane mind, you should not be partaking of, or someone else, a caretaker or someone should not be. You should not be allowed to partake of something that could so easily influence you.
Yeah.
And that, again, it is more of a gray area. I understand that it is case by case. I don't think this movie will incite any riots or incite any shootings.
It hasn't yet. It's been out for what? It's
2 weeks.
Yeah, 10 days.
A week and a half.
10 days.
Well, so I guess my question is the Joker a victim or is he a terrorist in this movie?
I think he can be both. At first he's a victim and then he just goes too far and it's irredeemable at that point. I think he's a victim up until he takes the final shots into the last Wall Street guy. Mm-hmm. Like he kills the first two in self-defense.
He goes after him. He hunts him down.
He kills the first two in self-defense. Victim. It's hard, but he's still a victim.
Mm-hmm. And
then he shoots the other guy in the leg. If he had let him go, which wouldn't make sense for the movie, but if he had let him go, I think he's still.
Well, also best case scenario, he gets life in prison for murder.
Yeah, but you can still see that he's the victim. But then he hunts down the last guy and puts 5 more shells in his chest, or in his back.
Okay, morality aside, how good did that feel though?
Oh, it was great. So good.
Oh, it was so good.
Those are the only ones that felt good to me. The rest of them, like the Murray one, that one was just like.
Well, also, I do believe you're supposed to feel that for Murray. That's why the movie's so fucking beautiful. Because you at that point when he murders those 3 guys, you're on his side. You're like, yeah, those guys are beating him up.
Yeah.
But when it gets to his mother or the coworker or Murray, it's like, no, dude, no, you don't do this. You're gonna fuck
somebody
your life.
Brought up with Murray, but I think it's hard to say with the mom, but with what's her name? Her name is Sophie in the movie, but Zazie Beetz.
I call Zazie. I call Domino.
Yeah, with Domino, that's just no. You should not have done that. And if he killed the daughter,
do you think he murdered her?
I think he killed both her and the daughter.
Because of the sirens?
Yeah, and because if we believe that he killed the mom, and remember she was putting her to bed, and the daughter wasn't going to sleep right away. She would have came out, saw her mom and screamed, but we don't hear a little girl screaming. We hear a man screaming after ambulance comes.
I don't know if I'm on the fence on if I believe that he killed her or not.
I think he did, but that's just me. But So with that, that's just.
I think it makes a better story in terms of like how he cannot talk to women and he's not sociable with women.
Yeah.
Especially with the whole kind of Oedipus complex with his mother in a sense.
But with the Murray thing, as big of a dick as Murray was being, no one deserves to die for making fun of somebody on TV. That, I mean, you should be.
Well, also
reprimanded
Murray
for it.
was that, as we know with many actors and with TV hosts, they're not who they are on camera.
Yeah, definitely.
It's a persona.
Yeah, because like maybe he's a dick off camera, maybe he's just a dick on camera, but he didn't deserve to die just because he made fun of something.
This movie is for adults.
Yes.
It isn't meant to hold your hand and say, this is good balance, this is bad balance. Not that there is good balance, but just that there is sympathetic to a character who's being, violence begets violence.
Yeah.
So I think you're meant to kind of less and less understand him as the movie goes on, and whereas once you're on his side in the beginning, you are not on his side at the end.
Yeah.
It isn't supposed to hold your hand and say like, be responsible with this movie.
Yeah.
Because
I had a fear of going into that with all the reviews and all the film festival stuff. I was like, am I not gonna understand a lot of this movie? And then I came out of it. I was like, I understand everything. Because we're only 22s. We don't have a lot of experience with life in general, let alone like this kind of stuff. But I just felt like I hope I know I'm gonna love it because it's Joaquin Phoenix. He's gonna do a great job in the role, but I don't know if the messages the movie are sending, I don't know if I'm gonna get them. Mm-hmm. But I did, and it just made it even better.
I heard a good quote from I believe it was James from Funhouse. If you and this is kind of I'm misinterpreting or I'm misquoting, but if you get the point of this movie, you miss the point. Basically, that even though there are big themes in this, it is very, you can interpret it in many different ways. Yeah.
I think that is the point, that you can interprit it.
Yeah, but you're missing the point.
Yeah.
Because it can be interpreted differently too.
Yeah.
And again, it's kind of I maybe misquoting him.
Yeah.
I definitely like. I don't think you're supposed to sympathize with him, at least for the whole movie.
Yeah.
I don't think this is a sympathy piece to make you sympathize with a terrorist.
Yeah.
I like to view this as an observation piece. How does someone who is so disenfranchised slip through the cracks of society, be tossed away, and be humiliated? This is what happens. And I do believe that this raises, everyone's saying violence. What about mental illness? What about I think Jeremy said this, like budget cuts to helping mentally ill people? Yeah. How can this be prevented?
Social programs.
Don't point the finger. How can this be prevented?
Yeah, and I think going back to you're not supposed to be on his side the whole movie, I think that was intentional from the beginning. That,
absolutely.
That, when we're supposed to be against what he's doing by the end, so the second scene that happens in the movie, he's getting his ass beat, and you're supposed to be feeling as bad for him as you possibly could. So at the beginning, they're just, pushing it on you, like, feel bad, and then by the end, you're like, do you still feel bad?
Yeah, it's like...
you still feel bad?
Yeah, and I guess this goes into my final topic, and we can keep talking after this, is just my topic that I wrote down. Do you think it's his fault that this happened? Do you think that, he didn't want to start a rebellion?
Yeah. He
didn't want to be put on TV. I guess he did want, but he didn't make any act of trying to.
Yeah.
Who is to blame for this? Because if he's mentally ill, that brings in a lot of gray areas.
Yeah.
And as you know, he is mentally ill. His mother is mentally ill. So he had no real caretaker. He was his mother's caretaker, and he's fucked up enough already.
Yeah.
I believe. Well, he was off his medication, which is a very bad thing to do if you're obviously in that state.
But at the same time, he killed the first 3 guys while he was on his medication too.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Well, also again, that was self-defense.
Yeah, I know, but
up until he shot the guy, which again, like that shot when he's in the restroom after he's done running, that was him like enveloping. I think it was again Jeremy Johnson said it, like, this is the first time he's ever felt power.
Yeah. And I don't know what these. I know it's not yoga, but like somebody said it might be Tai Chi, and that's in the hospital. That's what they taught them how to deal with. They don't understand what they did.
I did get a lot of get a lot of very Tai Chi, very Eastern Asian.
Because when I first saw, they put the clip on Jimmy Kimmel, I think, and it was the first part of the bathroom scene from where his feet start moving up until he goes like that up to the light, and I just thought, okay, he's dancing. Obviously, he just killed somebody, but he's dancing. But then you see the rest of the scene in the movie. It's like, no, he's doing something. It's not a dance. It's just there happens to be music while he's doing it.
Fucking walking, dude. His shoulders, like when he hunches, like oh my god.
The shoulders to me are like what Ledger's licking his lips.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking. Yes. It's a little quirk. That's an extra step.
Yes.
There's 3 shots I remember him doing it: tying his shoes, answering the door when his coworkers come. And then when he's about to go to Murray, he's like, you can see it through his suit. It's so fucking disturbing.
Yeah, because the very first when he's on Murray, he's kind of like this, but also when he's dancing in the living room with the gun for the first time, there's a lot of shoulder.
Is there? Okay.
Like when he's got the gun.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but
no, that dude, that movie.
It's just,
man, this movie is so beautiful.
I know it sounds like we're fanboying out, but
we already this might in my opinion be the best comic book movie that we've ever gotten. Above Endgame.
Definitely above Endgame.
Well, yeah. This might be. It's equal to me to Dark Knight, and Dark Knight was the epitome of.
I think it's pretty
movies.
equal too. Yeah.
I will hate myself if I put it above it. But it's so equal to me.
Yeah, but it's also that the Dark Knight is a Batman movie first.
They're very different. It's hard to compare. If anything, I will compare him to Mark Hamill.
Yeah, but take the fact that they're different Jokers aside. The Dark Knight, Joker's in it or not, it's a Batman.
Oh yeah,
Joker is a Joker.
Well, again, I would say the Dark Knight is a Harvey Dent movie.
But it's.
I get the sentiment. But again, who's there are no good people in this movie. This movie lacks a protagonist. If anything, it's Arthur for like half an hour.
Yeah, I think
the little dude.
Yeah, he's
okay.
He's told you're the only woman that's ever nice to me. You can go.
Yeah. So, which also again back to Jeremy Johns, like that fucking scene, dude. Like, oh my god.
Like I didn't.
Everyone was
laugh.
Everyone was laughing. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I'm not laughing. I'm just like,
everyone's laughing.
I understand, and it bothers me that I know why people are laughing.
It's like, again, that's
the way he waddles to the door. It's like I get it, but it's just
it's very lowbrow humor.
Yeah.
In a very highbrow scene.
Yeah.
Well, I guess to make a top 5, what would you say are the most iconic scenes in this movie? I can name 3, or maybe 4. Of course, the blood smile,
that's
iconic.
number 1. That's number 1 for me.
Another one for me is after he killed the coworker and he has blood on his blood in his face. Another amazing shot.
I think right after that scene, it's not really a shot per se, but it's when the little guy's about to go to the door. No. Before that, he says, "Don't look, just go."
Oh yeah.
And it's
it's like
man.
He has heart still.
Yeah, he for all the wrong reasons, but he still has a heart for this guy, and it's so there's
blood smile.
Yeah, blood smile.
I just think that whole scene is going to be super iconic.
Yeah.
Another one that I think is really great is the shot of him just sitting there after he killed Murray, no remorse, just sitting there.
Yeah.
And it's like
at first it's kind of like a smile.
Yeah, he's like staring,
and then he looks, and then he looks back, and then he's like, he's trying not to laugh, and then he does laugh.
And he's sitting there. Like you can show, like he's full. He wants to laugh. He wants to cry. He wants to scream.
I think looking in the camera was a really good shot.
One that I really love. It was a poster. Was when he's dancing in the restroom. It's a close up on his face.
Yeah.
I think it's another amazing iconic scene.
Yeah.
Just because you see
that was made iconic before even the trailer came out. That was the first poster.
You were in short time. Yeah, I just this movie was fucking iconic. What do you want to say?
Yeah.
Any other shots that stood out for you?
There's a lot, dude. I think right when he's about to go, I think the shot in the trailer when he's about to go out of the curtains, the dance was a little bit different. It was probably either reshot or they just used a different take.
I think that's very much birth of Joker. I mean, if we want to get like anatomical, the flaps opening up and whatever.
I think maybe that, but
I'm sure. I mean, I don't know if that's intentional, but it can be read that way.
Yeah.
I think also the first shot when he's in the tier. I mean, but I think that's a very
that's using like every promo.
That's made to be iconic.
Yeah.
That's a made for icon scene.
Yeah.
I mean, also another shot that I love because it kind of mirrors Heath Ledger's is when his face is on the cop car window, just watching, just like a child, just like I did this.
And I like the shot right after that where the cop's talking to him and then he puts his head on the gate and says, "Isn't it beautiful?" It's like.
I think another great one is when he's talking to the dude for his mother's files, and like the dude, like you can tell it's like, "Oh, you're her son,"
and he's like,
"What? Oh fuck, dude!" That dude chills, dude. No makeup, just pure walking.
And it's a lot of gait too. It's not you're not really seeing his full face.
Oh my god! Oh, dude! And what are you doing right now? Watch it again. It's fine. Watch it again. But yeah, I again, this movie is very morally gray, intentionally. Again, this movie isn't for children.
No.
It's not for stupid adults. It's a very smart movie.
Yeah.
Incredibly smart.
Made me feel intelligent a little bit.
But again, it's a comic film, so I think a lot of dumbasses are going to interpret it as, I should go. Well, no, this might incite someone to kill someone.
Yeah.
No, you're not supposed to be on this side.
Yeah.
You're supposed to go through the roller coaster of emotion.
Yeah.
You're supposed to feel sorry for him and then abhor him for becoming a monster.
Yep.
That's what you're supposed to feel. And if you feel sympathy for him and then you're happy of murdering, that's the point. You're supposed to feel that because you're supposed to feel that twist of, well, maybe what's wrong with me. We're not even that, but just more like, I need to question what he's doing more because I was on his side and he is posed as the hero, but he's not being very heroic.
Yeah.
That's the point of the fucking movie.
Yep.
I don't know. People are stupid.
Passionate about
yeah,
this.
Dude, it's really fucking amazing, and I feel like people are taking it incredibly the wrong way.
Yeah.
You're supposed to not be on his side. You're supposed to question what is morality. You're supposed to question, is this city even moral at all? Who is the good guy here? No one is.
No.
And that's why this movie's so fucking brilliant and so realistic, because there are no good guys.
Yep. I mean, except the little guy and I guess Bruce Wayne, because he didn't do anything.
Did he have any lines?
I'm Bruce.
I'm Bruce, yeah.
That's it.
He went down the pole like Adam West.
Yeah, somebody brought that.
No,
that was supposed to be a
Todd Phillips confirmed it.
Yeah.
Any closing thoughts on that? I'm sure if you stayed this far, you've watched it, of course, but I cannot sing.
Go watch it again.
I don't. This is a movie that I know I cannot watch many times. I'm not going to be able to watch this as much as I've seen Dark Knight, because this movie is so taxing and so brutal. And I was talking to my coworker, and I say she had the same thought that I did. Requiem for a Dream. Not a movie you can watch many times because it's so taxing on you. Have you seen that movie?
No. But
very brutal, very very tough to watch. And this is the same attempt where it's like, I'm gonna watch it because I love it, but man, this movie's gonna take a lot out of me every time.
I think I can watch it multiple times, but it's gonna be like a year or two before I can go back to it again.
Okay,
I guess
we watched Dark Knight in April, and I kind of want to watch it again already.
Yeah.
This movie's maybe once a year, or unless I want to do hard research on it, because it's a beautiful movie, and it's there's a lot of funniness, there's a lot of humor in it too. It isn't a completely dark. I mean, it's very dark, but it's a dark comedy, of course. I mean, it's Todd Phillips, of course. It's gonna be a dark comedy.
I'm still probably gonna see it one more time in theater just because my other cousin.
I want to take my mother. I want to take my father. I probably want to see maybe you and me. I don't know.
Yeah, sure.
I think Jordan's the only one. This might be a movie I see the most in theaters. And I saw. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure what movie I see most in theaters. Probably Endgame. I saw Endgame.
I think after I see it this third time, that'll be it until it comes out on Blu-ray. At least, and I don't know. Unless we see it together, but yeah.
Okay, we're now coming down to the wire. Who has been the best Joker thus far?
I still think Heath Ledger, just by not even.
And again, we're saying this for jokes.
I'm gonna say that before I saw Joker, it was Ledger and then Mark Hamill, and I think there's a gap. I think
that's not been filled in by.
I think Joaquin is above Hamill, and really, really short in that gap. Honestly, like that's.
Well, I still think the top three are Hamill, Ledger, and Joaquin.
Yeah.
Nicholson and Leto are kind of equal to me. Well, Nicholson above Leto, but not by much.
And Cesar Romero above both of them.
I put Cesar Romero below Nicholson. I'm not crazy about it. He's just wacky. Which, I mean, again, that was the point.
Yeah.
But
that's my point. I think he worked for what he was supposed to do. I don't.
Well,
think
if that's the case, I think that Leto worked for what he was supposed to do. A shit clown for a shit movie. I mean,
yeah.
if that's the case, I mean, I respect what he did, but I personally don't love it as much as I liked it a lot at first, not so much anymore. I understood. I was very apologetic for his role.
Yeah, you got mad at me one time because you put up a post about. Like it was thank you for being the joke, and it said not you with him in the middle, and I said wow, you finally agree with me that he's shit, and then you said it's just a meme, dude, blah blah blah, and I was like okay.
Did I? Yeah. Because I think because I love Leto, I love the Joker. I just wanted them to work, and again, it could be he was not good, or he could be the moviegoers didn't like him, or it could be the studio.
I think
I respect what he did. I wish it would have been handled differently. Leave it there.
Okay.
But I do believe that Cesar Romero, Leto, Cesar Romero, Nicholson, and then the top three. I don't think I can really choose, dude. Like.
Yeah.
And again, it's hard to compare. I do think that Joaquin was better than Hamill.
Yeah.
But. Again, it's Hamill's had so much time to do, especially in the Arkham games.
Yeah, you've been doing it since what, '92, since the animated series, up until now. Actually.
Do you think this is a better movie than Dark Knight? Not in terms of performance, not in terms of who played the Joker, but in terms of movie. I'm gonna say yes, this is a better movie than Dark Knight. I'm not saying better performance. I'm saying a better movie.
I don't know. I feel like.
Well, it's also so new. I mean, we've had The Dark Knight for 10 or 11 years already.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I've seen it, like 25 fucking times already?
Yeah.
So, if Dark Knight and Joker come out together right now, that'd be very hard to say. But it's something new. It's new meat to sink our teeth into.
I think I like The Dark Knight more just because there's multiple things going on.
That's true.
Where with the Joker, it's really just one or two stories.
Things, yeah.
And both of them are done like amazingly, but I feel like the fact that Dark Knight had 4 or 5 things going on, and they did it like so as great as they did it, and everybody played their I don't have a bad performance in Joker. I don't have a bad performance in Dark Knight either.
And again, I don't know like opera slang, but this was a comedy. Whereas I would say Dark Knight is a ballet.
That's pretty accurate, yeah.
I don't know, and that's very, I mean, still.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
There's a lot of comedy and of course tragedy and whatever. Because there is so much more story, I guess, in Dark Knight.
Yeah.
And not as character driven, although there is a lot of character driven and there's a lot of story in Joker too. Yeah. It's hard again, dude. It's fucking. How can you compare the two?
You can't. It's just.
They're both amazing.
Just.
Although
buy them both.
Exactly. Although I'm very happy that they both exist, and I'm very happy that Joker is a new thing.
Yeah. We don't live in a world where we have to choose. We have them both.
And I don't think Leto. This is hard to say. Leto lowered the bar, and Joaquin brought it back up again.
Yes.
So now, if there ever is a shitty Joker again, there can't be. There can only be what is equal to Joaquin and Ledger.
Yeah.
And Hamill.
Yeah.
Hey, man, Hamill does not get enough credit
I
for being
know.
Joker.
Yeah.
Hamill doesn't get enough credit for anything.
I don't know. He's always Luke Skywalker to me first, but
Second for me, he is the Joker.
he's the Joker for you first.
Second.
Oh,
okay, of course.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Any final thoughts on this? I mean, I kind of got out what I had got. I'm so glad we waited. I'm so glad we waited for this.
No.
I'm
still so hyped that we had the same
I know,
scene
I know,
that
I know.
we weren't crazy about.
Do you watch Gotham?
No.
Okay.
I want to, but
I heard it's kind of shitty, but I kind of want to start.
yeah, me too. But
Let's watch it. Fuck it. Let's watch it together. Movie night.
sure.
Or
It's not a
show
movie.
night.
Yeah. But
Also, you know what kind of sucks about like culturally about the Joker? Like, have you seen do you know El Camino? Like a week later, like it got so like El Camino was great, but the Joker wave of it like just crushing.
didn't that come out on Netflix?
It did. It did, but it's still, I'm sure if you're a fan of the Joker, you're a fan of Breaking Bad or something. Maybe not you, but I think they share. There's a lot of overlap in the audience.
Yeah.
And it kind of it's still getting crushed by. I mean, it's me and Lana might do an El Camino podcast. If that's cool with you. If me and her do or maybe a vlog or something, because we both are big Breaking Bad fans. But like I saw El Camino the day before I saw Joker, and El Camino left my mind for like a whole day of just me fucking
thinking about it a lot after you saw it, and then you're like, all right, time to see Joker.
Oh,
what's El Camino?
Yeah, it pretty much. Yeah, like, oh yeah, El Camino came out. That was a good movie. Yeah, Joker, dude, fucking kidding me? Because El Camino, I'd give a solid like 8 out of 10. I have probably maybe 7 out of 10.
Sure.
This movie is a 10 out of 10 for me.
Yeah.
Up there, equal to Dark Knight, 10 out of 10.
Yep.
I guess that's it.
Yeah.
I don't want this podcast to end because I don't want to forget. Like, dude, we're gonna talk about the movie for fucking years.
Yeah.
This is our new Dark Knight in a sense. It's a new wave of.
Yep.
How much more do you think this movie has validated comic book movies?
Oh, you cannot. You can't shit on comic book movies now because they're labeled comic book movies.
The crutch was always Dark Knight. That was always crutch. Well, what about Dark Knight? Dark Knight?
Yeah, Dark Knight, and then some people say Logan. I don't, but
I thought Logan was great. It was getting very comic booky. Did you see Logan?
Yes, unfortunately.
You like it?
No,
I thought it was great. I mean,
I haven't seen. I've only seen it once in theaters.
I get the criticisms, but I thought it was great. I'm especially as a fan of X-Men since a child. Yeah, Logan was great. But yeah, I think you know the crutch has always been Dark Knight, and now again, like I said, Logan. And now we have another one to welcome to the man. In terms of classics, like DC, right? Like DC's always considered the shitty stepchild, but man, like out of like
when they're not trying to be part of a universe.
Out of top shelf comic movies, like DC's like has a lot up there, dude.
Yeah.
The first Batman I think was pretty iconic too. I don't know if it's thespian level fucking, but I mean I think they did it before Marvel.
Yeah.
What a Marvel have Captain America, that piece of shit movie. Yeah, guys, I guess that's it for now. We might do like a retrospective. I'd like to do that. I think we should still do a retrospective for Endgame.
Yeah, I think we should wait a year. So like we'll do Endgame in April.
Yeah, I'm
and
happy with
then, yeah.
Is this now your? I think I already asked that off camera, but do you think this is now your favorite comic book movie?
I still think I have Dark Knight just a little bit higher.
I gotta say it's equal for me, man. I have to say it's equal for me.
Yeah, I'm sure in a couple of days I'll say they're equal, but for right now.
And not based off of just performance.
No.
Although it's a big part of it, the movie is. I mean, just the messages on mental illness and. When I was a kid, I could follow along to Dark Knight. I don't think I could have to this movie.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Dark Knight, it is a very you know.
Because we're still learning things.
If Dark Knight is rated T for teen, Joker could M for mature.
Yeah.
Or I mean, I guess
PG-17
PG-13 to fucking rated R. You know, it's like
it's.
And also in terms of themes, I understood what was going on in Dark Knight when I was a child. I did not. I don't think I would have for this movie.
Yeah, me neither.
How about Deadpool? Rated R as well. It's got Chimichangas and Ryan Reynolds farting and dicks. I like Deadpool, but
Yeah, I liked it, and I watched it once at home, and I haven't picked it up since.
it's fine.
I watched Deadpool 2 once, and was like, yeah, I don't need this anymore.
Yeah, whatever. This isn't Deadpool
Yeah.
cast. If you want to get another help, you can. But I do appreciate it for kind of showing that our movies can succeed.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's it for now, guys. If you have any thoughts or comments on the Joker movie as well, please leave them. If you don't agree with us, it's just I don't know what it's saying. What's going on here? Oh, stopped. Well, okay, guys. Okay, so thanks for watching. We really appreciate you stuck all the way through. I know this is kind of a bit more passionate than we previously got, but fucking love this movie. This movie, I think, is one of the greats. I'm glad I was alive for it.
Yep, me too.
This might be one of our new Citizen Kanes. I mean, it was our generation. If Dark Knight already wasn't. I'm really excited to see. I'm really excited to see how this movie ages, and
I can't wait to see what it inspires
it's
next.
not doing well critically.
I don't care.
I don't give a fuck either.
I don't care.
Same reason I don't care about fucking the Oscars.
Yep.
Give a fuck if you go. It was an amazing movie regardless. It doesn't need any acid merit
Nope.
because it was such a good movie.
Yep.
Anyway, we could talk for hours.
Yeah.
But I guess that's it for now, guys. So I really appreciate you guys watching. If you could leave a like, whatever likes, I don't really care. Just if you could subscribe, that would really help us.
Yeah.
We are not making any money yet, so we're hungry. And then we can buy more movie tickets and talk about movies.
Yeah.
And of course, as I said before, the bigger we get, the better we'll get. At least I believe so. Catch you next time.
Yeah.
Again, welcome Zoe and Jordan to our channel.
Yep.
It's the last time we'll shout them out because I've done so in like 3 videos already.
Yeah.
So
That episode should be going up before this one.
and then we actually just got done recording a really kind of heartfelt playthrough of Fallout 4.
Yeah, where we do absolutely nothing.
Yeah,
Gameplay wise, we do absolutely
I came in like, hey, let's just do some building. Jordan's like, hey, you want to hear my traumas?
Yeah.
All right.
That's pretty much what it
No,
was.
it was a very sweet, tender moment. The tender. Fuck.
It was tender.
Yeah, it was. So people watch out for that. Hopefully, I really want to do some more gameplays like that.
Yeah.
It was a bit hard because we don't really have a good setup right now. So I think once we get, again, bigger we get, better. Bigger we get, better we get.
Yep.
Guys, thanks for watching. Really do appreciate it. We'll see you next time. I'm Sam.
Tony.